Okay, so one of the things that I've talked about last time was the water loop on the reins, and we got to talking about it, and to give you a little bit more of an insight of when is a water loop appropriate and when is it not. One of them is the reason why you're going to see this on split reins is because oftentimes when I take the reins off and I go to lead my horse, you're going to lead him with one rein, right? And you're going to try and tie it to the horn. So if somebody forgets something, or you drop a rein when you're riding, because you're riding with split reins, and your horse steps on it and rip their mouth apart or whatever else, that's why you have a water loop. So, because if it does, the weakest link is going to break. The other is you don't see it as much on rope and reins. Why? Well, because a lot of times you'll have it's tied hard to the bit on one side and then you have a snap on the other. Well, because you'd unsnap it and take it off and you'd lead your horse with that one side when you're not dropping a rein, right? So it's not necessarily needed. The other thing that I see people do is do this, right? They tie it, they end up cutting a hole in it, a slit in it, and they slide it on and they tie it like that. I don't like this at all, right? This is hard and fast, and what's the weakest link in here? This rein is the weakest link, a thick piece of rein like that. So if your horse steps on that, the weakest link is going to be his mouth, right? And it's easier to replace a water loop than replaces your horse's mouth, right? So you have to be careful with that. It's something you can do if you're using a one-piece rein. You're going to see them tied hard and fast if you're using something like a bozal where it's wrapped around and it's going through and then you have a separate lead, right? But when you have split reins, it's important. Don't try and circumvent this. This is a safety deal, right? You circumvent this, you're circumventing the safety of your horse's mouth. So either whether it's one of your kids being neglectful and carrying and dropping a rein, or just the fact that you're riding and you drop a rein. It's important. There's a reason. It's safety.